This is an opportunity for the public to weigh in on this. Yes, please.
24R10, a declaratory resolution determining that a certain area of the city of Hammond, Indiana, be designated as the Swanell Economic Revitalization Area, to which deductions from assessed valuation may be requested by an applicant to the Common Council of the city of Hammond, Indiana, pursuant to Indiana Code 6-1.1-12.1.
So just for reference, that is what the public hearing is about. Right now, it's just a public hearing. The public is allowed to speak on.
I'm sorry, I read the wrong one.
You read the wrong one?
I apologize.
I'm sorry.
I had them out of order. It's 2413, an ordinance of the city of Hammond adopting a 1% municipal food and beverage tax.
Okay, I'm sorry. All right, so this is ordinance, City of Hammond adopting 1% municipal food and beverage tax. The public now has a opportunity to speak on this issue and this issue alone. Anybody from the public like to speak?
George Story, Robertsdale. In and of itself, I guess the tax isn't a whole lot. But what I'm worried about is the future. I mean, right now, it's a food and beverage tax. You know, what about in the future? Are we going to get a wheel tax if we need more money? The mayor has already foreshadowed the need for addressing wastewater piping and I guess the infrastructure throughout the city. That's going to be a big, another big bond. Are we looking at, income tax, city income tax? You can say, well, no, that's been preempted by the state. Well, we're talking about a relationship with Fast Eddie Soliday of Valparaiso. And trust me, nothing's impossible to this guy. This is the guy who maybe 5, 6, 7 years ago stripped Medicaid funding from the gasoline tax and transferred those funds over to the road tax, and then shifted funding for Medicaid funds to cigarette tax. And think about it, you've got this campaign going on in this state where people are being encouraged to stop smoking and stuff like that, and yet he's gonna use that as a funding mechanism for something that's only increasing. So I thought it was kind of odd, but not to worry because Governor Holcomb gave him the Sagamore of the Wabash for his efforts on that. So here we're talking about, again, it sounds far-fetched, but this tax would have sounded far-fetched to me. And what I worry about is Mayor McDermott's relationship to the guy. I mean, how simple is it? What bothers me also about this tax is it was too damn easy. I mean, what about in the future? I mean, what's it going to be? Is the mayor going to call him up? Ed, yeah, Tom here. He goes, hey, Ed, you got a minute? Yeah, well, sure, Tom. How's the wife and the kids? And next thing you know, there's going to be, well, listen, I need some funds, and I need some legislation, some special interest legislation that, goes through the regular, all counties with populations no less than 70,000 and no more than 80,000. And if you're in that little sliver there, well, you qualify for it. That makes it all objective and impartial and non-discriminatory, et cetera, et cetera. And then he'll have his tax, because that Soliday's not above having democratic domains being taxed and then castigating them and making us, in his eyes, look stupid. So I'm a little worried about that. I'm a little worried about Fast Eddie. And I don't, we already pay gratuities for fast food and when we're outdoors in restaurants and stuff like that for food and drink. Now this is going to be a tax on top of that. I'm surprised there's nobody here, really. We don't have any waitresses here, we don't have any bartenders here, we don't have any restaurateurs here. There's just little old me here. And, you know, if they don't give a damn, well, I'll let it go at that. But you know what they say, there's nothing more dangerous than when the legislature is in session. I'll leave you with that.
Thank you, George. Anybody else from the public like to speak on 2413, the 1% municipal food and beverage tax? Anybody else from the public? Anybody else from the public? Public hearing is now closed.
We got 20 minutes.